Welcome back to another video, everyone. So this decade is coming to an end soon. There's only a few more days left, and so I wanted to do a sort of decade review where I go through the years and, you know, look at some old pictures, talk about some memories from, you know, school and stuff, because this is the first full decade of my life that I remember. The first decade of my life, I can't remember. I don't know what I was doing when I was like 1. Don't remember. Probably crawling around the house or something, or pissing myself. Just typical shit that you do when you're 1, you know. I don't really remember that decade as much. Still remember it. I have memories of Call of Duty World at War coming out and Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that, but that's later, you know. Basically what I'm saying is this is the first full decade that I remember, and I want to do a decade review. I didn't need to go into that much detail to say that, but I did. So at the beginning of 2010, I was in primary school. I was in my last year of primary school, year 6. I know there's a lot of American viewers and the school system is completely different. I have no clue how it works over there. So when I say something like year 6 or primary school or something, I'll tell you what my age is so you can figure it out yourself. So primary school, year 6, I was 10 years old. It was the best school that I went to out of the 3 schools. Not many people went there. It was really chilled out, not too serious. You knew it'd be a good day when they swung out the old box TV. Remember that dancing game? I forgot what it is, but you get in front of it and you dance. We had a whole hour on Fridays dedicated to that. We got to go outside and play rounders on Fridays as well. Not gonna lie, I was sick at that. But despite all that, I still fucking hated school and didn't want to go. I guess it's because, you know, at the time, that was the only school that I'd been to. You know, I didn't know what school was gonna be like later on in life. If I time traveled back and relived that, I'd appreciate it a lot more. But yeah, fast forward 6 months in 2010, had summer break, started secondary school in September. It's a lot bigger, it has a lot more students. That school was alright. I didn't like it as much, like I just mentioned a minute ago, because of certain people there. But yeah, there was a lot of people that I didn't like. There was one guy who got added to my French class halfway through the year in like year 8, and I was scared of it. I didn't like him. I was scared of him. I wouldn't say he bullied me, because bullying's a lot worse. And I remember in summer, before going back for my last year, I asked my mum if I could move school just because of this guy, but thankfully though she didn't pay much attention to it, because when I went back he weren't there. He'd left, or he'd been expelled or something. Didn't give a fuck, he was gone. That's all that mattered. Finally I could enjoy French class again, because I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed that class. I sat next to this guy who you know those just naturally funny people who are funny no matter what they do and they just make you laugh all the time. I sat next to one of those people, so it was always jokes, it was always a good time, and we never really learned any French because my teacher just put on a fucking French DVD and sat at his desk on his laptop. He didn't give a shit. So for my final year, I could enjoy it again. Also, I went to France while I was at that school on a school trip. We went for about, I think it was like 5 days or something, and we were there doing like sports activities and stuff. We stayed on this camp in tents, you know, we got to pick our groups and stuff. And fun fact, we had like this mobile room for like showers and stuff, and you know, there was a toilet, but I was so scared of people hearing me if I went toilet that I just held my shit in for a whole week. Yeah, that wasn't nice. But I don't even know how I did that. Anyway, there was this one activity that we did in kayaks where we were going around like this canyon lake thing. It was quite long. It took a couple hours to go through, and we got grouped in pairs. You could fit 2 people in a kayak, or maybe you got to choose the other person, but I don't remember. Either way, I got paired with this guy who, he was okay. Didn't know him too well, but he was cool. And for the first part of it, it was okay. It was quite nice actually. There was some beautiful views. It was a nice hot day. Some people accidentally tipped over their kayaks. I accidentally did it as well. But it was towards the end where it all went to shit. Like I said, it was quite long, and at the end there was this final stretch. It was a decent way, and the guy that I got paired with in the front of my kayak, he fucking gave up and he stopped paddling, or rowing, or whatever you call it. Oh, I'm too tired, my arms are aching, I can't row anymore. So I'm fucking paddling this kayak on my own with him in the front doing nothing, falling behind everyone else minute by minute because this guy's arms are aching and he's just sitting in the front taking in the view while I'm in the back like this. I felt like throwing him off. It was embarrassing. They all got there, they all finished, and they had to wait for us because we were like 5 minutes behind. Anyway, I was at that school until September 2013 when I moved on to my final school. where I did my GCSEs and A-levels, so I was there for 4 years. Now, I still have my temporary bus pass picture that I got taken the day before I started. It's over there somewhere. I'll take a picture of it. I had the just fuck my shit up hairstyle, but somehow it managed to get worse the following year. I've shown these pictures a few times, so I'm sure, you know, some of you have seen them before. I went from this to this, and I thought that that was better. The funny part about it is that the one time in my life that I've had a girlfriend, it was when I looked like this. And it actually lasted a decent amount of time as well. It lasted a year and a half, which is quite good for a school relationship. You know, usually they don't last that long. I got to go to Poland as well because she's Polish and we went over there with her family. And I had this hairstyle the whole time. I even tried to change it again, and believe it or not, it was even worse. Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio over here. Mate, what was I thinking? All gelled up, it looked greasy, it exposed my forehead even more than it did in the previous hairstyle. But I will admit, I wasn't delusional enough to keep that hairstyle. I just went back to the one that was just as bad. Now, my current hairstyle isn't, you know, anything amazing. I mean, I'm wearing this hat to hide it, actually. I need a haircut, okay? But it's a lot better than it was, though. But yeah, I had a lot of funny memories at that school. I've done a whole video, you know, looking at funny videos that I recorded while I was there. During my time at that school, I made a channel in early 2015. Some of you might remember the videos talking about, oh, this guy's found my channel at school. Oh, this teacher found my channel. But yeah, and then I finished that school in June summer. So we're talking recent now. What else happened in 2017 then? I failed my first driving test and then complained about it in a YouTube video while playing Call of Duty World War II Zombies. Man, that was fucking annoying. I'm still annoyed at that. I'm still annoyed because it wasn't fair, and I'm not just saying that because I failed. The driving examiner that I got, which you get picked at random, he was a complete and utter twat. He gave me a major, which if you're not from the UK, a major's like instant fail. Like if you get one, that's it, you failed it. I got a major because there was someone behind my car too close to me. And that was my fault because I was apparently going too slow. And then my driving instructor, you know, the one that goes there with students all the time, he told me he's like that all the time. He told me that's how he is. He's just always in a bad mood. In 2018, I passed my test on the second attempt and never bought a car. So I've probably forgot how to drive by now. When I do eventually buy a car, I'm going to be very rusty. I'm probably going to have to get an automatic car because, you know, I learned how to drive stick, manual, whatever. I've probably forgot how to do all that. So that was pretty much the whole decade. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing out. There's a lot of events and stuff that we're talking 10 years here. It's probably going to be less than a 10-minute video. So there's a lot of stuff that, you know, I've not spoken about, but I just wanted to go through like, you know, some school memories and look at some old pictures of myself. Next time I make a decade review video, I'll be 30. So I hope some of you stick around for that. I'll remember your usernames. I'll remember them from this video. But yeah, camera battery's dying. So thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.